ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Om. Today we start off with Suktam 21, Mandalam 6. Rishi Bharadwaja Barhaspatya Devata Indra Vishvedeva Chandas Trushtu Ima Utva Purutamasya Karor 6.21.1. O hero Indra, these worth-giving oblations and intellect of the most virtuous artist invoke you. Who is worthy of worship? Who sits in a new chariot and who is undecaying? The wealth of beauty associated with the speech attain you. Siyurada Sukta concentrates his mind on Indra, Jivatma, present in his own body. May the hymns that flow out of him, or his mind and body, satisfy Jivatma in his body. This could be taken as the implied meaning of the Rak. 21.2. Tamu Stusha Indram Yo Vidano. We praise that Indra, who is knowledgeable, who speaks refined speech, and who is respected by sacrificers. The greatness of this knower of many subjects far exceeds the greatness of the earth and exceeds that of the space. As universal manifested self, Indra knows the manifestation of the space, earth, etc. His greatness is superior to all his creations, individually and as a whole. 21.3. Sa ittamo vayunam tadanvat. He only spreads darkness of ignorance. He makes the darkness clear by intellect, which is like the rays of the sun. O Lord of abundant food materials, men desiring to attain your abode, you who is immortal, never resort to violence. Birthlessness is truth. Ignorance is associated with the manifestation of Indra itself. So Indra spreads darkness of ignorance. By making use of intellect, Jivatma can be made to reveal truth. Here intellect means power of discrimination between truth and reality. Yasta Chagara Sakuha Kuha Svidindra. Whoever did the aforesaid things, where is that Indra? Who has created all these objects? In what kind of people he manifests his power? O Indra, which sacrifices gives peace in or to your mind? Who is adorable? Who is the performer of sacrifice? He is the best. Seer may be asking these questions himself. Their meanings should be clear to all. Ida hi te vevishata puraja 21.5. O doer of many deeds invoked by many Indra, ancient men born earlier and even now scattered everywhere at different places on the surface of the earth, became your friends. Please give us, who are born in middle times or in newer times or in recent times, good teachings or instructions. As in the past, may Indra reveal knowledge of the self to seekers of truth at all times. This is the essence of the work. 21.6 Tam Prichando Varasa Parani Pratna. O brave Indra, bearer of self-knowledge, seeking Atma, those modern seekers follow the old ancient Vedic teachings. Whatever is known about you, whatever is known about him, Atma, with that knowledge we praise the great you. Seekers of truth like sage Bharadwaja follow the paths laid down in the Vedas to arrive at the truth through Indra, Jivatma, who is a symbol of birthless Brahman. 21.7 Abhitva Pajo Rakshaso Vitasthe. O brave Indra, the force of wicked people is arrayed in front of or against you. May you face the enemy force which is manifested in front of you boldly and drive away the armies of enemies with the help of your ancient friend Vajra. May Indra or Jivatma within one's own body drive away the darkness of ignorance or internal enemies with his Vajra, the light of spiritual knowledge. This is the seer's prayer addressed to Indra. Satu Shrudhinindra Nutanasya. 21.8 O brave Indra, you who is the upholder of learned artists, please hear the praises of a new man who is desirous of composing Vedic hymns. You become a kith and kin of our ancestors when you were invoked by them in their noble desire of knowing the truth. You are endowed with good knowledge and wisdom. Basically, this is a prayer addressed to Indra to reveal self-knowledge to the seer of the Sutta, who is a seeker of truth, as he revealed it to his forefathers before. 21.9 Prodaye Varunam Mitram Indram. O invokers, draw towards you Varuna, Mitra, Indra and Marus for our protection and enjoyment. So also Pusha, Vishnu, the upholder of all Agni, Savita, the herbs and the mountains. The Ruk addressed to the invoker, asking him to perceive with his mind's eye all subtle manifestations like the shining beings mentioned here, and gross ones like plants, herbs, mountains, etc. All of them together sustain him in this universe. 21.10 Ima Uttva Purushaga Prayajyu. O most helpful Indra, you are to be attained with great labor and you are immortal. These praisers are invoking you with Vedic hymns. When praised sincerely, listen to the words of prayers of the devotee there is none like you or equal to you. 21.11 Muma a Vajamupayahi Vidwan. O son of a mighty father Indra, you are highly learned. Please come quickly to hear our words this time with all those who are worship worthy, whose tongues are sharp and purifying like fire, and who are absolutely truthful. These words make a thoughtful person stop doing anything for a wicked man like a cloud. Indra is being requested to come and hear this hymn. These words purify the mind of an intelligent man and free him from all evil thoughts. This is being implied in the Rak. Last Rak in the Sukta 21.12 Sano Bodhi Puraeta. O Indra, as you are an enlightened maker of paths, be our leader in easy as well as in difficult circumstances. Please convey true knowledge to us with those who are unwearied, are great, and are bearers of good virtues. This may not need any explanation. We go to next Suktam 22, which is on Indra only, from sage Bharadwaja, Barihaspatya, Chandasrushto. This is one of the good misinterpreted Suktas of Rigveda. Ya eka id thavyas charshaninam indram. I praise with speeches Indra, who alone is worthy of adoration among men, who lords over the whole world, who is giver of great wealth, who is mighty, who is protector of truth, is omnipresent, is possessed of many illusory powers, and is of infinite strength. Some qualities of Indra, who is to be talked about in this sukta, are mentioned here. Indra could be Adhideivik or Adhyatmik. Tamuna Purve Vidaro Navagva 6.22.2. Wise men of ancient times and even now, who were our ancestors, those wise sages performing a sacrifice extending to 9 months, desiring sevenfold knowledge, adore with the minds that one Indra, universal Jivatma only. He is destroyer of evils and defects that come or appear. He takes us across miseries and is seated among the clouds of ignorance. This speech is free from malice and he is mighty. Sevenfold knowledge could be knowledge obtainable by or through the 5 sense organs, the mind and ego. No further clarification may be needed on this rak. 22.3 Tamimaha Indramasya Raya. We prayed to Indra, the wealth of his, who has many heroic men as assistants, and who is endowed with much power of meditation or abundant food articles. He is a possessor of good horses or spiritual light rays He is infinite, is free from old age, and is giver of much happiness. We uphold that Indra for our delight. Indra's wealth is self-knowledge. Heroic men are enlightened souls. Good horses means rays of spiritual light, and happiness implies bliss associated with Brahman. 6.22.4 Tanno vivojo yadite pura. O Indra, please tell us that by which your admirers of old enjoyed happiness. O destroyer of the wicked, admired by many, humble, possessor of abundant wealth and impetuous Indra, which part of yours is essence of life? Do tell us, please. That implies self-knowledge. That implies self-knowledge. Jivatma has two parts, the flowing part and the Atma part, which is the essence of life. This is the answer to the question in the Rik. 22.5 Tam pruchandi vajrahastam rathestham. Vedic speech endowed with intelligence and power of speech, inquiring Indra desired to sing his praises only. He holds Vajra in his arms, is seated in a chariot, is powerful in holding and in working. He is eager to give strength. May this speech approach the strong Indra nicely. May this sutta satisfy the Jivatma within the body of the seer. This is the one that keeps him alive and active. With these comments, the Rik should become comprehensible to most. Ayahatyam mayaya bhavardhanam. O possessor of own strength and good vitality, mighty Indra, with hard and firm courage, you pierce the cloud which is growing by its illusory powers, as though appearing to be indestructible, by your Vajra, which moves with the speed of mind. Superficial meaning of the Rik should be clear as it is. Here the cloud symbolizes ignorance and Vajra, the light of spiritual knowledge. Tamvodhya navyasya shavishtham ratnam. 22.7 O invokers, as was the practice followed from ancient times, you serve with new intellect and deeds ancient and strong Indra. He is boundless and is a good leader. May he lead us across all incomprehensible situations. No clarification may be necessary on the Rik. 22.8 Ajanaya Druhvane Parthivani. O mighty Indra, please illuminate earthly objects, shining objects, and the space. All of them you heat up with the light of knowledge, spiritual. For a hater of the self, may you illumine the earth and the waters. Spiritual light imparts existence to matter from the space to earth. Let a negator of the self lead an earthly or worldly life, ignorant of the self within. We go to the next suktam and next track 22.9. Bhuvo janasya divyasya raja. O showerer of light of the self, undecaying Indra, you become the lord of all objects in the space, moving as well as stationary. Please hold in your right hand Vajra, and with that please bestow all intelligence and wisdom on the invokers. Indra, universal manifested self, is the manifester of the universe. May he hold the light of spiritual knowledge and lead the invokers to self-knowledge. 6.22.10. A samyatamindra na swastim. O wielder of Vajra, Indra, for the destruction of enemies, please bestow on us the great, well-controlled happiness which is free from violence. By this, please make the servants, venerable people and enemies belonging to human race, increasers of intellect. May Indra lead the sacrificers to bliss of Brahman and increase the intellect of human beings as a whole. Last look in the Sukta, 22.11. Sano niyudbhe puruhuta vedho. O Indra, admired by many, you are very wise and performer of many sacrifices. Please come to us with fixed movements like those of the horses or spiritual light rays, which are accepted by all. Please come to me quickly with methods that unenlightenment cannot accept, nor a luminous body like the sun. May Indra impart existence and consciousness to all human beings. May he come to the seer with spiritual light of knowledge, which an ordinary man cannot experience, as it is to be perceived by the mind's eye and is different from the light of the sun. With these clarifications, implied meaning of the life should become clearer, though with some effort. We go to the next Suktam 23. Here also Devata is Indra, Rishi, Bharadvaja, Bharyaspatya, Chandas Trushtu. Sutta Itvam Nimishra Indra Some Stome. O Indra, since you are attached to born things, as you become prosperous in the extracted Atmiya Soma essence, in the chanting of hymns and in the declarations of the Shastras, bearing Vajra, you please come here with well-harnessed horses or spiritual light rays. Birth of matter and forms made of matter is caused by Indra. He becomes universal Jivatma because of or through Soma, flowing essence of Atma. This is declared in Vedas and Shastras. Drops of Atmiya Soma becomes moving witnessing selves in living beings, activating Jivatma of each one. 23.2. Yadvadi viparye Sushvimindra. O Indra, you protect an industrious person, whether you are engaged in the space or in the battle between heroes or in the killing of the cloud. You are not afraid of a mighty person either. Indra, being not afraid of anyone, kills the powerful, wicked robbers. even while pervading inner forms of matter. He supports life in active man, life consciousness. In all these works, the cloud may be taken in the physical sense or as ignorance in the spiritual sense. 23.3 Pata Sudam Indro Astu Somam. Indra is a good dispenser of justice and valorous. By his protective powers may he become the protector of a praiser who is an extractor of Atmiya Soma essence. May the creator of the world or universe, Indra, be a giver of food and dwellings to heroes, to industrious men, to praisers of Indra and other virtuous entities. This may not need any elaboration. 23.4 Gandeyanati Savana Haribhyam. Indra is the holder of Vajra, is drinker of Atmiya Soma essence, is giver of cattle, is leader of heroes, and is hearer of prayers. He is born by praises and he goes to work leading to prosperity. That Indra appears with horses or spiritual light rays. Attributes of Indra listed here have already been gone through many times. Here horses may stand for rays of spiritual light with reference to Jivatma. Asmai Vayam Yat Vavana Tad Vivishma. We shall be active for that Indra. 23.5 We shall be active for that Indra who appreciates and works for us from time immemorial. He admires praiseworthy hymns. That Indra we glorify in the extraction of Soma essence. May these hymns be the means of advancement for Indra. Here Soma essence could imply this hymn itself, which is being extracted by the mind of the seer of the Sukta. Soma in general could be gross, subtle and spiritual. This is of the subtle type. Through these hymns, Indra becomes better known. 23.6 Brahmani hi chagrishe vardhanani. O Indra, if these various kinds of wealth or hymns are increasers of happiness, then along with intelligent men we shall actively serve you with it. O protector of born products, we perform acts with sacrificial oblations that will bring happiness in the extraction of Soma and essence. May such acts convey joy to all. Sacrificers may chant these hymns if they bring happiness to all. Here Soma could be of the subtle type. Sanamabodhi Virolasham Rarana 23.7 O Indra, enjoying all well-cooked food, please drink the essence of extracted Soma mixed with milk products and enlighten us. Please be seated in this well spread out seat prepared by the performer of sacrifice. The world or universe is made vast for you only. Oblations of gross matter is directly mentioned in the book. This nourishing sweet juice could as well imply the sweet words of praise or the Sukta. 23.8 Samandasva Hyanu Joshamugra. O valorous Indra, may you be joyful according to your desire. Let all sacrificers attain you. May all oblations come to you, who is admired by many. Let this intellect attain you for our protection. This should be comprehensible to all. Tam va sakhaya sam yatha suteshu. O friends, you gladden Indra. He is enjoyer among many products, born objects, filling him up nicely with Sama essence. May these be sufficient for him so that Indra does not kill or hurt for our nourishment and for the protection of an industrious person. None is really being killed by Indra. Imaginary Indra kills imaginary internal enemies of an industrious person. Indra has created food for all living creatures. Some of them may feed themselves resorting to violence. Only violent, senseless men kill for pleasure. May Indra feed sacrificers without causing injury to others. Last look in the Sukta 23.10. Evedindra Sude Asta Visome. O invokers, endowed with abundant wealth, Indra only is the Lord of the universe. He is being praised in the extraction of Sama essence, this time among the upholders of knowledge. As the learned wise Indra shows us the right path, he becomes the giver of wealth which is admired by all. The right path leads to truth. Wealth here implies self-knowledge. Many riks in this sutta carry inherent meaning. We go to the last, another suktam on Indra, Suktam 24. Sage Bharadvaja Bhairaspatya Rishi, Indra Devata Chandastrashtu. In this suktam, Indra may be considered as Adhyatmik. Vrishamala Indre Shloka Ukta 24.1. May this speech along with hymns be showers of delight in Indra. Indra is abundantly wealthy among the wealthy. He is a protector of born products. He is of upright nature. He is being praised by leaders of men with praiseful hymns and is brilliant. His protection never decays. He becomes Lord of Vedic speeches. This sutta is in praise of Indra. May delight him. All Vedic speech is inspired by Indra or Jivatma within oneself. This is the gist of the Rak 6.24.2. Tadurir Viro Nariryo Vijeta Srota. Being praised in this knowledge sacrifice, Indra gives knowledge. He is destroyer of foes. He is a hero. He is best among men. He is wise. He is hearer of prayers of devotees. He is protector of earth. He is inhabitor of men. He is admired by all. He is supporter of artists and is rich. Indra, Jivatma inside sage Bharadvaja's body, is imparting knowledge to him through these ruks. This could be one meaning for the ruk, implied meaning. 24.3. Akshona Chakryo Shura Birhan Prate. O brave Indra, your greatness is not separable from the space and earth, like the axle from the wheels of a chariot. O Indra, admired by many, your older protections grow like the branches of a tree. Indra's greatness only is reflected in the manifestation of matter from the space to earth. Rest of the work needs no clarification. 24.4. Sajivataste Purushaga Shaga. O giver of many helps, bountiful Indra, endowed with wisdom and good subjects, your aids move everywhere like the cows moving in a grassy field, like the vast line of calves. The aids, are much fettered, but you are not fettered to them. Aids here can be considered as other imaginary entities like Marus, Mitra, Varuna, and so on. They all originate from Indra, the universal Jivatma, but they are not bound to Indra, as he himself is an imaginary entity. Anyadadya. Karvaram Anyadu. Indra does work. One work today and another work tomorrow, both righteous and unrighteous, as though duty bound. He is a doer of work again and again. May he come near us, who are under his command. May Mitra, Varuna, Pusha and Aryama also come near us. Indra causes manifestation of diverse objects in the universe continuously. Rest of the work is self-explanatory. Vi tvada apona parvadasya. 24.6. O Indra, by admirable praises and sacrificial actions, through you, we lead the waters from the back of the cloud. O conveyor of Vedic speech, Indra, gladdening you by the aforesaid praises, we go to the battlefield like horses running to a racecourse. By invoking Jivatma, sacrificers get knowledge of various kinds, which will be useful in the battle for acquiring self-knowledge. Nayam Jaranti Sharado Namasa. 24.7. Autumns or years do not age him, nor the months. Fleeting days do not enfeeble Indra. His body, though old, grows by taking admirable and praiseworthy articles and words of praises. Indra's body, though old, grows with praiseworthy Vedic speeches, or he is being praised more and more through Vedic speeches. This is the implied meaning of the word. 24.8. Na Vilave Namadena Sthiraya. He, Indra, being praised by us, never bends before a strong, wicked man, nor to the steady, nor to the bold, encouraged by thieves. Even the clouds are thrown off by the power of Indra. His glory or power is immeasurable and is deep. Some qualities which are being attributed to Indra in this look. 24.9 Gambhirena na Urunam, O mighty purifier of extracted Sama, by your deep and vast power, please give us food, materials, and other wealth. Give us knowledge. Please stand up erect without harming us, to protect us in the night and in the dawn, at a time when gloom of the night brightens. First part may not need any clarification. With reference to the second part, night stands for ignorance. Knowledge implies self-knowledge. Lifting of gloom means dawning of self-knowledge. Last look in the sutta. Satasva Nayamamase Abhiga 24.10 O Indra, living close to us, we serve that leader you for our protection. Please protect us from a violent man when he is here at home or in the forest. Keep him away from all wicked contact. May we live for 100 years surrounded by good heroes. Here violent man may mean I-ness, ahambhava. Let it not give trouble to the seer of the sutta. This is his prayer. With this, we finish this session. Viramastava.